Welcome to Knowledge Builder. Today's video is on Alibaba versus AliExpress. What's better for sourcing products? Today's agenda. 1. What is Alibaba? 2. What is AliExpress? 3. Alibaba vs AliExpress. AliExpress, business model breakdown. 4. Alibaba versus AliExpress, side-by-side comparison. 5. Conclusion. Two platforms people use for product sourcing are Alibaba.com and AliExpress. You can also get suppliers from other parts of the world on Alibaba, but mostly from Asia. You know how popular Amazon is here in the United States? That's how popular these two platforms are in Asia. Before going further, Knowledge Builder requests its viewers to press the bell icon, like, comment and subscribe to the channel. What is Alibaba? Alibaba.com is the world's largest business marketplace. It is a B2B marketplace, so you will see things like a minimum order quantity of up to 500. The kind of sellers you'd see there are manufacturers, trading companies, and resellers. It works as a directory where you get suppliers' information, product, certification, contact, and other details. You will also see verifications. One verification to look out for is the Gold Supplier membership. It helps you know suppliers who have been verified by a third agency and are legal in their locations. For payment, there are various methods. To be protected, use one under the Buyer Protection Service. Alibaba offers secure payment and trade assurance. Alipay, another brand of Alibaba Group, serves as escrow for the secure payment system. It ensures that your supplier doesn't get paid until you get your products. Alipay is limited to only suppliers in the wholesale program though. As for the trade assurance program, it helps you get a refund if your product has quality issues or didn't meet the product specifications. But again, not every supplier uses it. Using Alibaba. Navigate to the official website. Sign up for an account. The website will walk you through the steps required to set up your account. You are not required to have a business license to open your account. That said, your local government may need you to take care of a few legal requirements before you can sell the product you source from Alibaba. It's your responsibility to find out what these requirements are and make sure you fulfill them. After your account is set up, use the search bar to search for products or suppliers. Make sure you take advantage of the search filters because if you don't, you'll end up with unlimited results. If you have a specific product in mind, you can post a request for quotations. Also known as an RFQ, this will alert suppliers that you're looking for quotes. You're basically advertising what you're looking for and letting the suppliers reach out to you. Your draft should include all your requirements, your preferred payment method, shipping destinations. What is AliExpress? AliExpress, on the other hand, is designed as a B2C marketplace. There's a bit of business-to-business mixed in here too. It's as popular as Alibaba, coming in as the world's favorite shopping app. It works like most e-commerce stores. You can order as little as one item, use a cart, and pay through the platform. Every payment made on AliExpress is under the Buyer Protection Service with very few exceptions. The protection ensures that you get quality products. If you receive a nylon bag instead of a kimono, buys could help you get your money back. Items on AliExpress have a fixed price. Just like eBay and Amazon, you see $4, it is $4 for you. The only exception is if you are buying in bulk. Even then, not every seller will give a discount. However, on Alibaba, you can negotiate. With all these connections, little wonder Alibaba is the 9th most valuable brand in the world. By the time you are done reading this post, you should know which of these two marketplaces you would find suppliers and get your products from. Using AliExpress. Visit the website or download the mobile app. Create your free account. Search for the products you want. Read the information about the products before adding anything to your cart. Pay close attention to the shipping terms. If you don't see free shipping listed, you'll see details about the shipping costs. Alibaba vs AliExpress, business model breakdown. Alibaba is great if you want to sell private label products. You will not get that from AliExpress. Dropshipping and white label may be different. Essentially, either of them will suit you depending on the e-commerce business model you are going for. Another thing I'll add is that the way they operate will also help you figure out which is best for you. I have explained all of that below. Dropshipping. With dropshipping, you capture an image of the product from the supplier's store, upload it on yours, take orders, and the supplier takes care of the fulfillment. You wouldn't have to deal with inventory and shipping. Alibaba and AliExpress work differently in this regard. AliExpress. AliExpress is great for dropshipping. You will see a lot of shops offering dropshipping services. You can order items separately to be delivered directly to your customers. On AliExpress, you will have access to millions of products, even trendy ones like Make America Great Again face cap. In most cases, you can decide your retail price and control your margins because you are not bound to a suggested price. Alibaba. Alibaba is not for you if you want only to run a dropship brand. Most suppliers on Alibaba do not dropship. What you would see is a bigger minimum order quantity (MOQ) that will be delivered to one location. Delivering 500 t-shirts to one customer, except if ordered, makes no sense. With dropshipping, many other people selling the same product as you. How do you differentiate? Although some brands have grown from it, it's better you combine dropshipping with something else. If you are so into dropshipping alone, you should look into print on demand. None of the Alibaba brands are so great for pod though. White private labeling. AliExpress. Very few sellers offer white label, and none offer private label services. Most often than not, those offering white labeling are also on Alibaba. You will have to sift through a lot of sellers by contacting them to confirm if they offer that. If you are looking to build a brand from white label or private label products, AliExpress is not worth looking into. Alibaba. When it comes to finding private label manufacturers, Alibaba is one great source. Manufacturers are all over the place looking to create custom-designed products or add little modifications. You can get suppliers by searching based on products or suppliers. There are thousands of products listed. From the results, you can choose to find out more details about the manufacturer. Wholesaling. As for wholesaling, it depends on what you're looking for. Go to AliExpress if you are looking to stock up a few products, but Alibaba is better if you are looking to wholesale a ton of products at once. However, if you want custom-designed products, Alibaba is probably better for you. Minimum order quantity. I have mentioned MOQ 100 times already. MOQ is minimum order quantity. It's the lowest number of pieces you can order per item. This is an essential aspect of product sourcing that you must look out for. Both platforms are very different in this regard. AliExpress. You can order one product on AliExpress. Very few sellers make theirs 10. This is because most products on AliExpress are already manufactured and ready for processing. Since the products are ready, suppliers don't spend on customization. Hence, you can throw one item in your cart. Alibaba. Most products on Alibaba allow modifications. To modify products, manufacturers require a certain number of units to be made at a time. That is the best way they can make profit. As a result, you will see products with MOQ of 50 or as high as 500 or more. Note that some suppliers place a MOQ that isn't really the MOQ. You may see one, but it's actually 10. The reason is either they forgot to update it or your modification request makes the MOQ go up. Either way, ensure that you ask suppliers before you pay for the products. Lead time. Time is money, is knowledge, is power. With every extra minute spent on your product, potential customers are taking their business elsewhere. You can't rush it so much, but it's best you know what you are going into before you make an order and curse at the manufacturer due to what you think is a delay. Lead time is simply the time between when you make your order and pay a deposit and when your order has been made. Shipping time is usually calculated separately. Lead time varies with each supplier, each product, and each modification. It can be somewhere between 2 weeks to 6 months. Essentially, it is order preparation time and production time. AliExpress. The products on AliExpress are already manufactured and ready for delivery. You wouldn't have to deal with production time. Since you are using AliExpress, your item may not be so big to be shipped via sea freight. This takes a huge chunk away from order preparation time. The only time you should deal with here will be your shipping time, which may be 5 to 40 days. Alibaba. If you are not asking for any customization, your order preparation and production time is lesser than if you were. The order preparation time includes the time it takes the supplier to identify the products you want, correctly fill your order quantity, and prepare the final product for delivery. This includes preparing for preservation throughout shipping, especially for complex products. This time can take anything from 15 days to 6 months. Production time works with order preparation time. Just like the latter, the more complex your customizations are, the more time you will wait. Production could take up to 30 days. Confirm the number of days from your supplier. For shipping, it depends on the method you choose. If you order 500 or more quantities, it may not qualify for etiquette. You will have to use sea freight, and that could take another month. If time is very important to you, choose AliExpress. Just keep in mind that you wouldn't be able to customize or private label anything. If building unique products is more important to you, choose Alibaba and get ready to wait. Shipping costs. Shipping cost varies on both platforms. AliExpress. It depends on the shipping company you choose. You may pay nothing or pay as high as $61 for a product that is just $6. I know. Hi. AliExpress still tops Alibaba in regards to shipping. You still have Epicet, and in few cases AliExpress standard shipping that is free. Alibaba. Alibaba is much different. Whatever cost you pay depends on what you and your supplier agree on. Your supplier may decide to ship the samples free to you, but don't expect that with a bulk order. If your supplier is so generous, wonderful. If they aren't, get ready to pay. You'd have to agree on delivery terms. If sea freight is chosen, you will pay up. Load. Ship to dock. Documentation. Ocean freight to USA from China. Unloading and trucking to your destination warehouse. All of this with taxes, peak season delays, and other transaction fees. You could pay up to $2,000 if not a lot more, especially if you are ordering a lot. Alibaba versus AliExpress, side-by-side comparison. Both platforms have their uses. AliExpress is great if you want to start small and not order a lot or deal with customizations and lead time. So, if you plan on dropshipping, move to AliExpress. It is also good for a retail e-commerce business. In addition, the process of finding and connecting with suppliers is not complex. Go to Alibaba if you are thinking of private label or white label. If you are going for Alibaba, there will be a lot of time spent verifying what you can get, what licenses are available and other details. Key differences between Alibaba.com and AliExpress. As you can see, Alibaba.com and AliExpress are very similar, but serve two different purposes. The main difference has to do with the nature of the transactions that each platform is suited for. Alibaba.com is a B2B platform that carries out transactions between businesses. AliExpress is a B2C platform that facilitates transactions between businesses and consumers. Many buyers are attracted immediately to Alibaba.com, whether they are businesses or not, simply because of the attractively low pricing of products on the site. However, Alibaba.com has minimum order quantities in place, meaning buyers must buy in bulk to access the wholesale rates. AliExpress, on the other hand, still has relatively low prices, but does not have minimum order quantities. When it comes to commission and take rates, sellers on Alibaba.com pay 0% on most transactions. AliExpress sellers pay up to 8%. Although these platforms are different, neither is better or worse. Which you should use totally depends on your goals as either a buyer or a seller. Consumers are better off shopping on AliExpress, and businesses are better off sourcing products or materials on Alibaba.com. Conclusion. Knowledge builder. There are high chances that you will find quality products from good suppliers on Alibaba or AliExpress. It's up to you to choose the platform that best serves your motives. Look out for suppliers selling what you want to build your e-commerce business on, and contact them before making an order. If you are looking to finance your next inventory order, consider Payability. They offer both accelerated daily payouts on marketplaces such as Amazon and capital advances based on your future e-commerce sales. There are no credit checks and you can be approved for funding in only 24 hours. Hope you liked the video. Please